Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, maybe in either way, no problem.
Okay, sir. Let me formally welcome the session, inaugurate the session. Good afternoon to all the participants who have gathered here for the special lecture 4 series, which is on Corona control and progress and prospects. This session would be delivered by none other than Dr. Namashivayam Ganesh Pandian, who is right now an associate professor and also a principal investigator at Kyoto University, Japan, who has consented graciously to deliver the lecture for us at this high time. I formally welcome Professor Dr. Nameshwayam to deliver the topic. To give a brief introduction, he is working right now. Working as an associate professor at Kyoto University. His research interest is on translational machinery, and he is looking forward to find out the therapeutic mechanisms using nanoparticles in translation machineries and transcription factors to enable therapeutic genes as well. He has received many awards from research academies in Japan. And to his record, he has around 65 research articles published in both acclaimed national and international journals and 2 book publications. So we can see you now. We are getting the feed right now. And
okay.
Yeah, that's a report on his information on his publication record, and he has already completed projects, the major projects, research projects worth around greater than 2.1 crores when we compare it to our Indian money. And right now he is also undertaking projects on molecular biology for worth of rupees 1.5 crores. So with these few snippets on Dr. Namashivayam, I welcome him to deliver the lecture. Thank you, sir. You can start your session now.
So thank you very much, Dr. Srinivasan, for the kind introduction. And thank you very much, the Ratnam College of Arts and Science, for giving me this opportunity. I was called by Dr. Srinivasan to talk about coronavirus. That is not my current research, but we are also working on coronavirus recently. I think for the benefit of the audience, I'll try to speak in bilingual. I'll try to be as simple as possible. So let me start sharing my screen. So good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm not keeping you away from the lunch. Let's talk about coronavirus. What's happening now? How can we control coronavirus? What's happening now and what will happen. So I'll just give a brief introduction about that. So before that, I want to tell you about the place I live in. So this is Kyoto. Kyoto is an ancient capital of Japan. So I live in Japan, and I'm now here for almost 14 years. So this is a phoenix, the golden temple. Is a golden shrine. For example, if you come to India, you have to take a picture in front of Taj Mahal to say that you came to India, right? So same way, if you come to Japan, usually people believe only when you take a picture in front of this golden temple. It's a very beautiful city. It's an ancient capital. It has a very nice sceneries also. So this particular place is called Bamboo Forest, is known to be one of the top 10 destination. நம்ம வாழ்நாளில் வந்து பார்க்க வேண்டிய ஒரு 10 இடங்கள்ல வந்து இது ஒன்று அப்படின்னு சொல்லி CNN made a report about that. So it's a very nice place. Whenever you plan to visit Japan, don't think about just Tokyo, also Kyoto. And Kyoto is very ancient, and it's also very good in science. Kyoto University particularly has a very rich history. And so many Nobel laureates are there in Kyoto University. And our institute, I belong to this institute called Integrated Cells and Material Sciences. So this means that we try to fuse 2 different disciplines together. Ice and fire, like we try to. So for chemistry, before 100 years, I'm not sure who are all the listeners here. I don't know what is your background. So people, you may be physics or chemistry or biology, or a completely different discipline. But before 100 years, 100 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா நாம எல்லாருமே அறிஞர்கள் அப்படின்னு தான் வந்து அறியப்பட்டோம். Like we are all called scholars. Only recently we became specialized into biochemistry, biophysics, and more and more towards certain disciplines. We are narrowing ourselves. But this particular institute, we try to fuse, break those barriers. We try to fuse different disciplines and try to bring them all together, to make a new science. So that's, before 100 years, where a lot of discoveries happened. Recently, of course, there are some discoveries, but not, dramatically. And these two Nobel laureates, Professor Shinya Yamanaka and Professor Honjo, so they got the Nobel Prize in medicine. They belong to our institute. In 2012 and 2018, respectively. So before I move into the thing, I just want to say this ASHD program, which I'm involved in. நீங்க யாரும் அதை பத்தி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்க மாட்டீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ASHD அப்படின்னா என்ன அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so this is accelerating the application of stem cell technology in human diseases. So அதாவது நம்ம எல்லாருமே வந்து கரு முட்டையில இருந்து கை கால் மனுஷன் வந்தவங்க தான். ஸோ the nerve cell, liver cell எல்லாமே வந்து ஒரு அந்த கருவுல இருந்து வந்தது தான். So Professor Shinya Yamanaka, Nobel Prize winner. So he got Nobel Prize by transforming this. He artificially made this stem cell. It's called iPSC to restore the damaged body parts. So he got the Nobel Prize in it. So this is Professor Shinya Yamanaka. So our Prime Minister Modi, so he came in 2014 here. So that time he had a discussion about bringing this technology to India. And so now this is the current situation. So you can see me here. So Prime Minister Modi came in 2016 and 2019, last year. And so we kind of made a pact to work together. So what India give? India வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம பல தேசத்துல ஒரு தேசம் இல்லையா, நம்ம we look so different from each other. So வேற வேற விதமான செல்களை வந்து கொடுக்கறது வந்து இந்தியா is the role of India. And Japan give the technology to regenerate the lost body parts. அதாவது யூஸ்வலா பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ பள்ளிக்கெல்லாம் வந்து வால் கட்டாச்சுன்னா வந்து திருப்பி ரீஜெனரேட் ஆகும். பட் நமக்கு கை கால் கட்டாச்சுன்னா வந்து ரீஜெனரேட் ஆகாது. பட் ஆனால் இஃப் யூ திங்க் அபவுட் த ஸ்டெம் செல் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா, அந்த நம்ம கருவா இருக்கும்போது நம்ம கை கால் முளைச்சு வந்தவங்க தான். So we try to go back to that embryonic state and then try to regenerate the lost body parts. அதுதான் வந்து இப்போ உள்ள புது technology which we are working on. So this is my lab. This is my lab in Kyoto, and this is my lab in Switzerland. And so I also have a lab in USA. So we, because our institute is called WPI, we try to have close networking around the world, and particularly Switzerland, USA, and India வந்து எனக்கு very close. And this is a team which built me, so I owe it to the team. So what we are doing, I try to make it in a very simple thing. Bacteria. இப்போ நம்ம பாக்டீரியானாலே வந்து இப்போ இந்த கொரோனா வைரஸ் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் பாக்டீரியா வைரஸ்னாலே we always think that it's a bad thing இல்லையா. So bacteria can speak. Okay, இப்போ நமக்கு வந்து we have a language. பாக்டீரியாக்கு என்ன லாங்குவேஜ் இருக்கு? What is the language of the bacteria? So பசிக்குது, or if it's hungry or hangry வந்து they release some chemicals. So I work on these two chemicals called pyrrole and imidazole, PNI, or blue circle or red circle. ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா நினைச்சுக்கோங்க. So these two letters PNI can read the 4 letters. நம்ம உடம்புல நம்ம we are all made from letters ATGC. So the 4 letters வந்து read பண்ணும். So that is the concept of my research. And we try to switch on the good genes, switch off the bad genes. இதான் வந்து நாங்க பண்றது. ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா அவ்வளவுதான். அதாவது நம்ம நல்ல ஜீன்களை வந்து ஆன் செய்து இந்த மாதிரி டிசீஸ் காஸ் பண்ற ஜீன்களை வந்து ஆஃப் செய்யறது அப்படிங்கிறது எங்களோட வேலை. ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா, ஸோ இன் திஸ் வே வந்து வி ட்ரை டு கண்ட்ரோல் த டிசீசஸ். ஸோ இது வந்து நாங்கள் இந்த ஒரு காம்பவுண்ட் நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லையா, இந்த பாக்டீரியல் லாங்குவேஜ் மூலமா வந்து வி ட்ரை டு டூ ஆன்டி கேன்சரா நாங்கள் யூஸ் பண்றோம். ஒரு செல்லை இன்னொரு செல்லா மாத்துறதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம். மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியா அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு இதுல வந்து ட்ரக்கா யூஸ் பண்றோம். அப்புறம் வி கேன் ஆல்சோ டெலோமியர், நம்ம எவ்வளவு நாள் வாழ்றது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பாக்குறதுக்கு வந்து நாங்கள் யூஸ் பண்றோம். அப்புறம் எபிஜெனடிக் ட்ரக்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் வந்து நாங்கள் யூஸ் பண்றோம். பட் இது நாங்கள் எல்லாம் பண்ணா கூட இப்போதைக்கு வந்து எல்லாரும் கேட்குற கேள்வி வேர் இஸ் தி மெடிசன் ஃபார் கொரோனா இல்லையா? எல்லாருமே வந்து கேட்குற கேள்வி வந்து கொரோனாக்கு வந்து மருந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டீங்களா இல்லையா? ஏன்னா இப்ப ஈவன் கேன்சருக்கு மருந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சா கூட யாரும் வந்து பெருசா யோசிக்க போறது கிடையாது. கொரோனாக்கு எப்ப மருந்து வரும் அப்படிங்கறத ஒரு பெரிய விஷயமா இருக்கு. அதான் டாபிக். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நான் அதை பத்தி பேசுறேன். ஸோ வைரஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து எப்பவுமே வி ஆல்வேஸ் திங்க் ரிலேட் தட் வித் த பேட் திங் இல்லையா? ஸோ வைரஸ்னாலே வந்து ஒரு மோசமான ஒரு விஷயம் அப்படின்னு நம்ம நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். உங்களை எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு தெரியும் ஹியூமன் ஜீனோம் நம்ம உடம்புக்குள்ள வந்து நாம இருக்கிறோம் இல்லையா? நம்ம 100% அப்படின்னா நம்ம உடம்புக்குள்ள இருக்கிற 8% இது வந்து ஜீன் சங்கதிகள் வந்து இஸ் மேட் அப் ஆஃப் வைரஸஸ். ஸோ நமக்குள்ளே வைரஸ் இருக்கு ஆக்சுவலா. வி ஆர் ஆல்சோ வைரஸஸ். ஸோ ஏன்னா இது வந்து நம்ம பாக்டீரியா நம்ம உடம்புக்குள்ள நான் இப்போ சொன்னேன் இல்லையா மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியா அப்படிங்கிறது நத்திங் பட் பாக்டீரியா. ஏன்ஷியண்டா வந்து ஒரு பாக்டீரியாவா இருந்து அது நம்ம பரிணாம வளர்ச்சியில வந்து நம்ம செல்லுக்குள்ள போய் எனர்ஜி ப்ரொடியூசர்ஸா மாறிதான் வந்து நம்ம உடம்புக்குள்ள வந்து இது பண்ணிதான் செல்லுன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. நீங்க பாக்குறீங்களே தான் செல்லு. நியூக்ளியஸ் நீங்க உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். டிஎன்ஏ இதுக்குள்ள இருக்கிறத பத்தி நான் பின்னாடி பேசுறேன். இந்த மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியாங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு பாக்டீரியா இருந்ததுதான். அது மாதிரி வைரஸோட ஜீன் சங்கதிகள் வந்து அங்கங்க இருந்துட்டு தான் இருக்கு நம்ம உடம்புல. ஓகே. ஸோ நம்ம ஹியூமன் ஜீனோம்ங்கிறது யூஆர் ஆல் மேட் ஃப்ரம் வைரஸஸ். இது வந்து ஒன்றும் புதுசு கிடையாது. வைரஸ்ங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு கஷ்டமான ஒரு விஷயம் கிடையாது. ஸோ இது நிறைய பேர் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்க மாட்டீங்க. லவ் அதாவது காதல் இருக்கு இல்லையா? அந்த காதல் அப்படிங்கிற உணர்வே வந்து இஸ் அ வைரஸ். இட் இஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தி வைரல் இது ஒரு ஜீன் சங்கதிகள் மூலமா தான் வந்து பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தி ஒன் ஆஃப் தி வாசோப்ரெசின் V1A ரிசெப்டர் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஜீன் சங்கதிகள் மூலமா அந்த காதல் அப்படிங்கிற உணர்வு வந்து ஏற்படுது அப்படிங்கறத வந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் வந்து தே ஒர்க் ஆன் திஸ் மனுஷன்ல இல்ல ஒரு எலி அளவுல வந்து அவங்க வந்து ட்ரை பண்ணிருக்கிறாங்க ஒரு ரிசர்ச். அதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் இந்த ஜீன் சங்கதிகள் இந்த V1AR அப்படிங்கிற வைரஸ் ரிலேட்டடான ஒரு ஜீன் சங்கதியை வந்து நாம வந்து அதிகப்படுத்தணும் ஒரு எலியில அப்படின்னா அந்த எலிக்கு வந்து காதல் உணர்வு மற்றும் லாயல்ட்டி உணர்வு வந்து கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அவங்க கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்காங்க. ஸோ இதை பத்தி நீங்க வந்து யூ கேன் கூகுள் அண்ட் சி லவ் இஸ் அ வைரஸ் நேஷனல் ஜியோகிராஃபி போட்டு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா யூ கேன் சி நோ மோர் அபவுட் தட். ஸோ நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லையா வி ஆர் ஆல் மேட் ஃப்ரம் லெட்டர்ஸ். அதாவது உயிர் அப்படின்னு இருக்கிற யாரா இருந்தாலும் அவங்க எல்லாருமே இந்த 4 விதமான லெட்டர்ஸ் மூலமா வந்து மேக் பண்ணுவாங்க. ATGC அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஓகே. ஸோ இப்போ டிஎன்ஏ வைரஸ் ஆர்என்ஏ வைரஸ் ஆர்என்ஏ வைரஸ்னா AUGC இருக்கும். ஸோ இப்போ நீங்க டிஎன்ஏ அப்படிங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு நீங்க பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. இப்படி ஒரு டபுள் ஹெலிக்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரா இருக்கும் ANT. ஸோ வெதர் இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி அ இன்செக்ட், இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி அ பாக்டீரியா ஆர் இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி ஹியூமன், எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து தே ஹாவ் ATGC. பிளான்ட் எல்லாமே வந்து வி ஹாவ் ATGC. என்ன அப்படின்னா நம்ம உடம்புல கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா இருக்கும் லெட்டர்ஸ். ஓகே. ஸோ இப்போ நான் ஹவு ஐ என்டர்ட் இன்டு ரிசர்ச் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ஐ ட்ரை டு டாக் அபவுட் தட். ஸோ இந்த லாக்டவுன் இருக்கு இல்லையா நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். ஸோ இதே மாதிரியான ஒரு லாக்டவுன் வந்து என்னோட வாழ்க்கையில நடந்தது. என்னோட நான் 9th படிக்கும் போது வந்துட்டு ஐ லாஸ்ட் மை எபிலிட்டி டு see things properly. ஏன்னா வந்து I had a problem in my eye. ஸோ என்னால வந்து சூரிய வெளிச்சத்தை பார்க்க முடியாது, டிவி பார்க்க முடியாது, என்ன பண்றதுன்னு ஒரே போரா இருக்கும் அந்த டைம்ல. ஸோ நான் வீட்டில் இருக்கும் போது வந்துட்டு ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் ட்ரை டு என்கேஜ். அம்மாட்ட ஏதாவது வந்து நச்சரிச்சுட்டே இருப்பேன். இந்த மாதிரி எதுக்கு எடுத்தாலும் ஏன் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கேள்வி வந்து அடிக்கடி கேட்பேன். ஸோ இனவே வந்து என்னன்னா நான் உலகத்தை வந்து பார்க்க ஆரம்பிச்சேன். இப்போ நீங்க இப்போ கொரோனா வந்ததுல இருந்து நிறைய பேர் வந்து உலகத்தை வந்து பார்க்க ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்க இல்லையா? அதே மாதிரி வந்து அப்போ இப்போ அட்லீஸ்ட் நீங்க டிவி பார்க்க முடியுது, உங்ககிட்ட ஸ்மார்ட் போன் இருக்கு. அப்போ எதுவுமே கிடையாது என்கிட்ட. நான் டிவி பார்க்க முடியாது, என்னால வந்து இதுல போய் வெயில ரொம்ப இது பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து நான் ரொம்ப கவனிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சேன். ஸோ அப்போ நான் நிறைய கேள்விகள் கேட்டுட்டே இருப்பேன். ஏதாவது தேவையில்லாத கேள்விகள்லாம் வந்து கேட்டுட்டு இருப்பேன். முதல்ல என்ன ஏதாவது நம்ம சொன்னாங்கன்னா ஏன் அப்படின்னு கேட்பேன், வாய் அப்படின்னு கேட்பேன். அவங்க அதை கஷ்டப்பட்டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் வாய் நாட் அப்படின்னு கேட்பேன். ஏன்னா ஏன் அப்படி இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கேட்பேன். ஸோ என்னோட பாயிண்ட் வந்து என்னன்னா கான்வர்சேஷன் வந்து என்கேஜ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பூச்சி நான் வச்சு விளையாண்டுட்டு இருந்தேன் பின்னாடி என்னோட பேக்யார்ட்ல. அப்போ வந்து ஐ ஆஸ்க் திஸ் ஒன் கொஸ்டின் விச் சேஞ்ச் மை லைஃப். பாச்சாக்கு காய்ச்சல் வருமா அப்படின்ட்டு. ஏன்னா வந்து அதாவது ஒரு பட்டுப்பூச்சிக்கு காய்ச்சல் வருமா அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா, இப்போ நான் வந்து ஒரு அடிக்கடி எனக்கு வந்து உடம்பு சரியில்லாம போயிட்டு இருந்ததுனால இப்போ ஒரு பேக்யார்ட்ல போய் நான் விளையாண்டேன் அப்படின்னா எனக்கு காய்ச்சல் ஈஸியா வந்துருது. பட் ஒரு கரப்பாம்பூச்சி எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இருக்கிற இடம் வந்து ரொம்ப மோசமான சுத்தம் இல்லாத இடங்கள்லாம் வந்து அது இருக்கும் பூச்சிகள். பட் பூச்சிகளுக்கு வந்து காய்ச்சல் வருது கிடையாது. ஏன் எனக்கு காய்ச்சல் வருது? ஸோ why I am getting sick and why bugs are not getting sick அப்படிங்கிறது தான் என்னோட கேள்வியா இருந்தது. அண்ட் அப்புறம் நான் வந்து ஐ வெண்ட் ஆன் டு do my PhD on this particular topic, which is relevant to this particular presentation. So I'm not going to say that. But வந்து I worked on bacterial biopesticide அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அதாவது புலி இது பூனை எலியை கொள்றதுக்கு பூனை வளர்க்குற மாதிரி இப்போ கெமிக்கல் பெஸ்டிசைட் அடிச்சுட்டு இருந்தா வந்து பூச்சிகள் செத்தா கூட பாக்டீரியா வச்சே வந்து பூச்சிகளை கொள்ளும் போது வந்துட்டு அந்த கெமிக்கல்னால வர சைடு எஃபெக்ட் வந்து இருக்காது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு ஆராய்ச்சியில வந்து நாங்க வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணோம். ஸோ அப்ப நான் வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது வந்துட்டு எனக்கு இந்த ஒரு கேள்வி வந்து ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருந்தது. பாக்டீரியாவுக்கு காய்ச்சல் வருமா? பாக்டீரியா இப்போ வந்துட்டு ஏன்னா நிறைய பாக்டீரியானாலும் காய்ச்சல் வரும், பட் பாக்டீரியாக்கே காய்ச்சல் வருமா அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து என்னுடைய கேள்வியா இருந்தது. அண்ட் எஸ், அஃப்கோர்ஸ் இட் கேன் கெட் சிக். பாக்டீரியா கேன் கெட் சிக். ஸோ சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ பாக்டீரியா வந்து நம்ம எல்லாருமே அகைன் வி திங்க் தட் இட்ஸ் வெரி பேட், பட் ஆக்சுவலா பாக்டீரியா கேன் பி இன்ஃபெக்டட் பை வைரஸ். வைரஸ் வந்து என்ன பண்ணும்னா, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பாக்டீரியா இருக்குது, வைரஸ் கேன் கம் தேர் அண்ட் தென் புட் தேர், இது வந்து அவரோட ஜீன் சங்கதிகள், they put that gene inside. பட் பாக்டீரியா வந்து என்ன பண்ணுன்னா, அவ்வளோ ஒரு மோசமான இடத்துல இருந்தாலும் ஹவு தே இம்யூனிட்டி, இப்போ எல்லாருமே பேசுறோம் இல்லையா, இம்யூனிட்டி நம்மளோட இம்யூனிட்டி டெவலப் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா. ஸோ அது எப்படி வந்து அந்த இம்யூனிட்டி வந்து இது பண்ணுதுன்னா, தெர் இஸ் அ சிஸ்டம், அவங்க அதுக்குள்ளேயே வந்து பாக்டீரியா கிட்ட வந்து ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங் இம்யூன் சிஸ்டம் வந்து இருக்கு, கிறிஸ்பார் காஸ்னைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ இந்த கிறிஸ்பார் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஒரு ரீட்ஸ் வந்து go and recognize that particular DNA sequence, and the Cas9 அப்படிங்கிற enzyme வந்து it cuts the DNA out. So in this way they put that virus out. ஸோ இதை பார்த்துட்டு வெளியில இருக்கிற இந்த மாதிரி பாக்டீரியாவோட அந்த லாங்குவேஜை வந்து பார்த்து சயின்டிஸ்ட் வந்து தே மேட் புது ப்ரோக்ராம், அதாவது வந்து நம்ம ஜீன் சங்கதிகளை வந்து மாற்றியமைக்க முடியுமா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு they started working on CRISPR-Cas9. நிறைய நோய்கள்லாம் வந்து குணமாயிருக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ மூவிங் ஆன் டு கரோனா வைரஸ். ஸோ இப்போ வைரஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு இப்போதைக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப மோசமான ஒரு சுச்சுவேஷன் நம்ம வந்து பார்க்குறோம் இல்லையா. நிறைய கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க ஹிஸ்ட்ரி, கரோனா வைரஸோட ஹிஸ்ட்ரிலாம் நீங்க கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. ஸோ ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு கோ இன்டு டீடைல். ஸோ 1960s இருந்தே வந்து அதை வந்து பார்க்குறாங்க. ஸோ இப்போ வந்துருக்கிற COVID-19 அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து இதோட ஆல்ரெடி இந்த சாஸ் 2002ல வந்தது, அப்புறம் மெர்ஸ் வந்துச்சு, அதுக்கப்புறம் இப்போ 2019ல வந்துட்டு இப்போ உள்ள நிலைமைப்படி வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா பேட் இருக்கு இல்லையா, நம்ம எறும்பு திண்ணி மற்றும் குகை வௌவால்ல இருந்து ஏதோ ஒரு வகையில வந்து there is a ரீகாம்பினேஷன் ஆகிதான் வந்திருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறது தான் வந்து இப்போ உள்ள நிலைமை வரைக்கும் இருக்கிற சிச்சுவேஷன். ஸோ நிறைய பேர் சொல்றாங்க இது வந்து பயோவார், ஆய்வகத்தில் கட்டமைக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு வைரஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. அதெல்லாம் வந்து உண்மை கிடையாது. ஸோ திஸ் இப்போ வரைக்கும் உள்ள ஸ்டடிஸ் படி வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா வந்து நேச்சுரலா எவால்வ் ஆனதுதான் இது ஆக்சுவலா இது இப்போ உள்ள சிச்சுவேஷன்ல. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ கரோனா வைரஸ் கண்ட்ரோல். ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம எப்படி கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றது அப்படின்னு இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ என்னுடைய போஸ்ட் டாக்டர் ஜுத்தா வியூ என்னோட லேப்ல வந்து என் கூட வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ற வந்து ஒரு சைனீஸ் ஆக்சுவலா. ஸோ அவர் வந்து அவரோட விடுமுறைக்கு வந்துட்டு இந்த மாதிரி ஜான்வரி வந்து ஹி வென்ட் ஃபார் ஹிஸ் ஹாலிடே. ஸோ கரோனா வைரஸ் வந்து முற்றுவதுக்குள்ள சீக்கிரம் வந்துட்டாரு நல்ல வழியாங்க. அப்பதான் வந்து இங்க ஜப்பான்ல வர வரைக்கும் ஆரம்பம் ஆகல, பட் இவர் வந்துட்டாரு அதுக்கு முன்னாடி. அவர் சொன்ன ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, இந்த பிப்ரவரி ஒரு 12ஆம் தேதி ஒர்க்ல வந்து நிறைய டெஸ்டிங் நிறைய பண்ணாங்க. அவ்வளோ நிறைய டெஸ்டிங் பண்ணதுனால, ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு வச்சு அவங்க பண்ணதுனால they were able to screen and identify யாரை வந்து குவாரண்டைன் பண்ணலாம், யாரை குவாரண்டைன் பண்ண வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு அவங்க டிசைட் பண்ணாங்க. டிசைட் பண்ணது மூலமா வந்து they saved lot of lives. கரோனா வைரஸ் இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா, கரோனா வைரஸ்க்கு இது வரைக்கும் மருந்து கிடையாது. ஆனா சைனால வந்து ஆல்மோஸ்ட் வந்து கண்ட்ரோல்ல வந்துருச்சு, இப்போ கொஞ்சம் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. பட் ஆனா ரிலேட்டிவ்லி வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா மற்ற நாடுகளை கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது இப்போதைக்கு சேஃபஸ்டா வந்து இருக்கிறது சைனா தான். ஸோ காரணம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, அவங்க ரொம்ப ஏர்லியரா டயக்னைஸ் பண்ணாங்க, யாருக்கு இருக்கு யாருக்கு இல்லை அப்படிங்கறத வந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சு they were able to quarantine them properly. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ இதுதான் வந்து இப்போ கண்ட்ரோலுக்கு வந்து 3 விதமான விஷயம் இருக்கு. என்னன்னா டெஸ்டிங், ட்ரேசிங், ட்ரீட்மெண்ட். ட்ரேசிங் பத்தி உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்மார்ட் போன் யாருக்கு கரோனா வைரஸ் இருக்குது இல்லைங்கிறத ஆப் மூலமா கண்டுபிடிச்சு வந்து இது பண்ணுவாங்க. இதை நீங்க ஆல்ரெடி கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. டெஸ்டிங் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம். ஸோ இங்கதான் வந்து என்னோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் வந்து இருந்தது. ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் ஆல்சோ ஒர்க்கிங் ஆன் ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் பிகாஸ் நான் வந்து மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியா அப்படின்னு கண்ணுக்கு புலப்படாத ஒரு மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியா வந்து நாங்கள் வந்து பார்க்கறதுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து தேவைப்பட்டுச்சு எங்களுக்கு. ஸோ நாங்கள் அந்த ரிசர்ச்ல இருந்துட்டு இருந்தோம். அப்போ ப்ரொஃபசர் பாலசுப்ரமணியம் ராமன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு IIT ரூர்க்கில இருக்காரு ப்ரொஃபசர். ஸோ அவர் தான் வந்து AI ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட். ஸோ நாங்க 2 பேரும் வந்து இந்த இப்போ மைட்டோகாண்ட்ரியா வந்து இது பண்ற அந்த செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு டெக்னாலஜி மூலமாவே நம்ம இது கொரோனா வைரஸ் வந்து நம்மளால இருக்குதா இல்லையா அப்படின்னு நம்ம பகுத்தாராய முடியுமா அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து we wanted to start that experiment. ஸோ யூஸ்வலா இப்போ என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, இப்போ பிசிஆர் இல்லையா, பிசிஆர் தான் எல்லாருமே ட்ரை பண்ணுவாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் எக்ஸ்ரே வந்து எந்த அளவுக்கு வந்திருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறத பாக்குறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் எங்களோட இது என்னன்னா, யாருக்கு பிசிஆர் பண்ணலாம், யாருக்கு பிசிஆர் பண்ண வேணாம் அப்படின்னு டிசைட் பண்றதுன்னா, பிசிஆர் ரொம்ப எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ். ஸோ அதனால வந்துட்டு அந்த செலவை குறைக்கிறதுக்காக வந்து நாங்க எங்களுடைய எக்ஸ்ரே டெக்னாலஜியை வந்து நாங்க யூஸ் பண்றோம். அதாவது நம்ம நெஞ்சுக்குள்ள வந்து ஒரு சின்ன மாறுதல் வந்து கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். கொரோனா வைரஸ் தாக்குச்சு அப்படின்னா ஒரு சின்ன மாறுதல் இருக்கும். அதை வந்து டெஸ்ட் பண்றது எங்களோட ப்ரொபோசல். இதான் நான் கொடுத்த ப்ரொபோசல், கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு வந்து கொடுத்த ப்ரொபோசல், இந்தியன் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு பஸ்ஸை வச்சு நம்ம எக்ஸ்ரே எடுத்து வந்து யாருக்கு இருக்கு யாருக்கு இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இது பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ எங்களுடைய இந்த இது ரிசல்ட் இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ கரோனா இருக்குதா இல்லையா அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து இப்போ ரெட் தான் வந்து கரோனா பேஷன்ஸ் வந்து நாங்க வந்து எங்களால் தனியா இவங்களுக்கு இருக்கு இல்லைன்னு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடிஞ்சது. ஹெல்த்தி பேஷன்ஸ் வந்து இந்த ப்ளூல இருக்கிறது. கொரோனா மட்டும் இல்லாம வைரல் நிமோனியா, அதாவது சில பேருக்கு வந்து நிமோனியா காய்ச்சல் இருக்கும். பட் ஆனா அவங்க வந்து கொரோனா நமக்கு இருக்குன்னு நினைச்சுப்பாங்க. அதுவும் இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்மளால வந்து ரொம்ப கிளியரா வந்து யாருக்கு கொரோனா இருக்கு, யாருக்கு வெறும் காய்ச்சல் இருக்கு, யார் வந்து ஹெல்த்தியா இருக்கா அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து எங்களால வந்து we were able to identify using our technology. ஸோ இது வந்து பெரிய அளவில் வந்து ரீச் ஆச்சு இந்தியாவில். டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் இந்தியாலையும் வந்து they covered it. அண்ட் எங்க அம்பாசிடர் வந்து he took it forward. ப்ராப்ளி சில பேர் என்ன பார்த்துருக்கலாம், இந்த மாதிரி மீடியாலையும் வந்து நிறைய வந்துட்டு இருந்தப்போ. ஸோ இன்ஃபேக்ட் வி ஆர் வெரி ஹாப்பி. என்னன்னா, நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய இதை வந்து இலவசமாகவே வந்து நாங்கள் கொடுத்தோம் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு. அண்ட் ஹானரபிள் சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் வந்து he flagged the எக்ஸ்ரே யூனிட். வேடசந்தூர் எம்எல்ஏ மூலமா வந்து they took that to the government. மற்றும் பாம்பேல கூட வந்து ஐஐடி அலுமினி கவுன்சில் வந்து they took this proposal. ஸோ எங்களோட ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் கொரோனாக்கு வந்து இது அப்படின்னு நாங்கள் வந்து நம்புறோம். அடுத்தது இப்போ இன்னொரு பிரச்சனை வந்து இப்போ போயிட்டு இருக்க, அடுத்து நாங்கள் அதுலேயும் நாங்கள் வந்து இப்போ ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். கொரோனா வைரஸ்ல என்னோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்னன்னா, இட்ஸ் அபவுட் ஏரோசால்ஸ். கொரோனா வைரஸ் காற்றில் பரவுகிறது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு பெரிய இது போயிட்டு இருக்கு. அதாவது கொரோனா வைரஸ் வந்து காற்றுல பரவுறது கிடையாது, காத்துல நிற்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ மைக்ரோ டிராப்லெட்ஸ் இப்போ நீங்க இங்க பாக்குறீங்கல்ல, லார்ஜ் ஸ்ப்ரே. யூஸ்வலா வந்து உலக சுகாதார அமைப்பு இந்த ஹூ வந்து முன்னாடி என்ன சொல்லியிருந்தாங்கன்னா, நீங்க தும்புறீங்க இருமுறீங்க உங்க எங்கேயாவது பக்கத்துல இருக்கிற ஆட்களுக்கு வந்து அதனால வர சான்ஸ் இருக்கு, இல்ல அது தும்மி இருமி அது வந்து ஏதோ சர்ஃபேஸ்ல இருந்து நீங்க தொட்டதுனால வர வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு, அதனால நீங்க கையை கழுவிட்டே இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. இப்ப காத்துல கூட பரவுது அப்படிங்கும்போது நிறைய பேர் வந்து பயந்துட்டு இருந்தாங்க. அது வந்து கிடையாது. என்னன்னா, ஏர் சர்க்குலேஷன் அப்படிங்கிறது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஸோ வந்து இப்போ மைக்ரோ டிராப்லெட்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து என்ன அப்படின்னா, நமக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப மைனூட், அதாவது நமக்கு முடி வந்து ஒரு 50 மைக்ரோன் இருக்கும், அதை விட ரொம்ப ரொம்ப குட்டியா இருக்கிற ஒரு மைக்ரோ டிராப்லெட்ஸ் வந்து இருக்கிறதுனால அதால வந்து கீழே விழ முடியாது. ஸோ வந்து கிராவிட்டினால வந்து அது கீழே விழாது. ஸோ அதனால என்ன ஆகும்னா அது அப்படியே வந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும்.
Sorry for the interruption, but some of the participants also request the speech to be in English. So konjam English. Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll switch to English. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I was talking about the transmission of coronavirus in the air. Okay. So people have been saying about the aerosol. So which means that coronavirus can transmit by the air. That's what some of the about 200 scientists requested WHO to revise the safety protocols. So it was misunderstood by many people. Like people were thinking that coronavirus can actually travel by car or something like that to some places. That is not true. The actual situation is that the aerosol, the micro droplets, are so tiny that it defies the gravity, so it can stay on the air. Okay, so it can stay on the air unless and until it's ventilated. So if there is going to be a ventilation, then it won't stay in the air. Like the current setting, most of the offices, so they always have a closed environment, right? They are very well air conditioned and have a closed environment, which is good. If it's not, there is no infection. But if someone is going to come here and then he makes he coughs and then he goes away, and after some time someone comes inside and see that there's no one there, and then they just remove their mask. But what happens is that particular coronavirus can actually stay there in the air and he may get infected. So the best way is that we have to keep our place aerated, ventilated. There should be ventilation, and if possible, if there's going to be an air conditioner, they should have some kind of purifier there are many purifying kind of components are there in the air conditioner. And one of my recent contribution is about copper. So most of you probably don't know about copper. Can actually relatively coronavirus stays lesser time in copper. That was under lab control environment people have done. And one university here in Japan, so they invented this copper mask. So in this case of copper mask, because we are not using our mask properly, right? Sometimes we don't remove properly like this. So sometimes we keep it in our chin. But in this case of copper mask, they had a mild friction into that. So this particular copper mask was able to kill the coronavirus. So this also we try to transfer that to. We gave this technology to a vendor in Tirupur. So they are also making this mask. So these two are my contribution to coronavirus. So moving to the others contribution. So what people are doing at this moment to control the coronavirus, probably about there are so many people, like medicine for corona discovered, and there will be a breaking news. People will be saying that remdesivir is approved. And then people will say that favipiravir or other things are approved. Lot of tablets which can stop the progression of coronavirus. You know about coronavirus. Probably you saw a million times on TV. Know how the virus goes inside. Have the catch this ACE2 receptor, and then they just uncoat, and then they make a copy of that. So this particular copy, the RNA-dependent RNA polymerase. This is an enzyme. If you look at my video now, so this is an enzyme RNA-dependent RNA polymerase. So if they make the copy of the coronavirus, okay, so it's like a copy machine. So this particular virus, like remdesivir or favipiravir, they stop this process of copying. So in this way, they are very effective. And recently, Glenmark also announced about this, 100 rupees tablets about this. This is basically the Avigan. It was a drug from Japan. And the point is, and hydroxychloroquine was also prescribed by, was rejoiced by President Trump. So all these are medicines, but all medicines have side effects. So we don't know, and the coronavirus itself won't give you big problem. Most of the people, if you're 80% already, you're seeing that 80% of the people comes out of the coronavirus just like they had a cold or something like that. But what happens is that some people who are become terminally ill, they may need such tablets like Avigan or remdesivir or combination of some tablets. Even 2 rupees tablets. One of the doctor from Tamil Nadu, so he said, I'm also agree with that kind of inhibitors. So these can reverse the adverse effect of corona, but it has to be administered only when the things are out of control. That's why you have to take the tablet only when a physician is prescribing you. So I've heard of news of many people are taking the tablet without asking the doctors. So of course, remdesivir, it's giving very nice result is giving. But the problem is it may give some side effect. For example, even Avigan, it's known to give some side effect which can lead even to birth defect. So the point is, we take a tablet for corona and we get cured of corona. After 1 or 2 years, we may develop some other complication, right? So we have to be very careful. The best way is to increase our immunity or wait for the vaccine, or try to be alert so that we don't take corona inside. So this favipiravir is also from Japan. And those two, favipiravir and remdesivir, they function again by inhibiting this copy machine. And more important at this moment, I want to say is about the immunity. So immunity is now the most abused word. People are now talking about increasing the immunity, boosting the immunity. That is the most abused term, because actually the people are dying in coronavirus mainly because of the cytokine storm, which means that we need to have a controlled immunity, and we are not supposed to boost our immunity. Okay, so we need to have our immune system functioning properly. So that is more important than boosting our immunity. So about the immunity, there are several ways we can have the immunity. natural. Some people who have for example, have the coronavirus, so they will have this naturally. They will have this immunity towards that because our cells will already recognize, right? So about how a vaccine functions, and the vaccination again. People inject the attenuated virus to train our immune system, to make our immune cells to memorize that. And so that is one of the immune system, and the others is antibodies. So when I say antibodies, monoclonal antibodies, recently Israel made monoclonal antibodies, and they said it's going to be functioning very wonderfully. And so a lot of promises happened, but it never came to the market because antibody is a very nice technology, very good science, but the cost of production and administering, lot of difficulties are there. So it cannot be administered to all the people. So that is another problem. And of course, the convalescent plasma therapy, you know about that, right? So people who already got the infection, so they give the blood, and that is also working very well. This is a very age-old technique. So probably I will tell about the story of vaccine. About vaccine. So some of you may not know, aware of this particular story, that ancient days people say the smallpox was kind of God became angry. That's why people get smallpox. A lot of bad things were going on at that time. People were not or aware of what exactly was happening. But the solution to such pandemic came not from a scientist, not from a doctor, but from a dairy maid. A dairy maid, so she observed a thing which other people failed to observe. She said, I had cowpox. Whenever I have cowpox is also a virus which has a similar kind of thing like a smallpox. So when she have a cowpox, she will not get smallpox. That's what she observed. And then she told that to the Dr. Edward Jenner, and that Edward Jenner, so he took the blood from the dairy maid and then injected that into a child. That's how a vaccine is born. So vaccine, the name vaccine, vacca means cow. So that's how the Dr. Edward Jenner made this vaccine. And you may be surprised that the current Oxford vaccine, you probably heard about the Oxford vaccine yesterday. It's been very successful. That also came from Edward Jenner Institute. So he is the guy who invented the vaccine. So this one particular discovery made lot of like whooping cough, rabies, polio, chickenpox, everything got disappeared. When I was very young, schoolboy, people the movie stars come on the screen and then say about tetanus, taking the tetanus injection. Now I don't see many any tetanus patient in the younger, mainly because of this vaccine. And about how vaccine works, right? So usually weakened form of disease is injected into the body, basically to train our immune system and to make us to remember and then attack whenever a virus comes. That's how the vaccine works. So basically, remember this: destroy. Remember and destroy. That's how it happens. Vaccine, there are so many different vaccines are available, like inactivated or synthetic peptide or recombinant or DNA RNA virus, utilizing antibodies, are not exactly vaccine, but it functions like a vaccine by training the immune system. And again, like live attenuated weakened virus and virus shaped particles. Lot of virus vaccines are now, particularly on COVID-19. Lot of people are coming together and trying to make the vaccine. And people have been asking me when this is going to end. So we don't know when it's going to end. But this lot of world needs more than one vaccines. Of course, Oxford vaccine. Yesterday we got a very nice news. So this was a timeline I made a long time, before 1 month. So this Oxford vaccine, they completed the phase 3, and I think in September there is a chance that if there's going to be a very big side effect, there's going to be a chance that we are going to have this Oxford vaccine. And other vaccines, even Johnson and Johnson, there is a chance that September 20 we may get some good news. And Moderna, the vaccine where they try to use the fragments of the COVID-19 RNA and then try to train the immune system. That may come in June 2021. So by next year, vaccines, a large scale, it will come. But But I think the Oxford vaccine there's a very high chance that we may get it in September. We will know whether it's going to work or not in September, but whether everyone is going to get or not, that we have to see how the world is going to come together and make the vaccine. It's not going to be easy, and probably this news just released yesterday that only 70% of the people just develop some mild fever or headache, which can be managed by paracetamol. But basically, this was very, very effective. It was done more than a lot of people got administered, and then in large scale study, it was proven to be effective. The more important thing is that this particular vaccine not only triggered the antibody usually goes and attack the virus, but it also triggered the immune response, T cell immunity. This T cell immunity can recognize and then attack. So it had a double protection. So I think this is very promising. Probably we may have good news in September. And there have been many theories again, which is going on, which is about mutation. Like there are so many different coronaviruses there, A, B, C, and Wuhan virus, and lot of misconceptions are going on around. And people, whenever they think about mutation, they always think about these movies, like X-Men or Thanos. So much of difference will happen when the mutation. But you have to know that one good thing is that this particular coronavirus is not changed in such a way that a vaccine will not work. So that's a very, very good news for us, because the mutation generally is very, very cosmetic. Like some person may there are about 30,000 letters in this COVID-19, but only 30 letters are changed in this particular coronavirus. It's very, very normal that this particular, I told you, right, when there's going to be a copy machine, when coronavirus is copying themselves using this RNA-dependent RNA polymerase, this is a copy machine. There will be a mutation, but it will not change the transmissibility, which means that it will not infect faster, or the virulence, the kind of virulence, or it will not be more aggressive. Antigenicity, all those are not affected much. So we are going to get a vaccine. So good news is going to come soon. So please don't believe that mutation is going to hamper the production of vaccine. So that is all about the other people's work. So I'll talk briefly about my own work in my lab. So now anyway we'll come out of the coronavirus. So what is going to be the future? In future there may be many other viruses, right? So now we know about ourselves more than we have to increase our immunity, right? So how can we increase our immunity? That is one of my research. So now we for the past 20 years, lot of things happen, and now we know which are all the good genes, which are all the bad genes. For example, anti-cancer genes we know, and cancer-causing genes we know. And I'm working on tools to regulate the genes on demand. So basically, people are working on antibodies. So this is the cell, DNA makes RNA, RNA makes protein. And so people use the CRISPR-Cas9, which I talked about previously. So they can edit the genes here, the letters, the DNA here. And antibody, it can target the, receptor there. And usually the small molecule, the drugs, people always, prefer drugs. Because if I have a problem, the doctor says, don't worry, I will take your DNA out, cut it and put it back, I won't agree. But if you say to me that, don't worry, take this pill, the medicine, then I will agree, right? So small molecules is always preferred by the clinicians and the patients all the time. So the main problem with the small molecules, which people are doing, is that side effect can happen. Same with the remdesivir or other kind of drugs, there can always be a side effect. And there may be some patient for whom which will not work. This you can also observe in the coronavirus thing. So our research is based on the DNA-based small molecule. Like we try to make artificially intelligent drugs. So that is our work. So again, coming back to this particular pyrrolymidazole polyamide, which I introduced briefly before, which is a bacterial language. This was discovered by Professor Peter Derwin. So this red circle is imidazole. This is a heterocyclic compound, and this blue circle is pyrrole, again a heterocyclic compound. These two letters can read the four letters ATGC. Okay, and it can localize inside the nucleus without any transcription agent. So all we need to do is just take this molecule and then put it in the cell culture, it can go inside and switch off a specific gene of interest. And I'm working on the epigenetic aspect. So DNA is about 2 meter long, very big, right? So how it gets packaged to the 6 micrometer nucleus is by folding themselves into the protein called, histones. So this is the yellow one is the histone protein. So this blue one is the DNA. They gets packaged like that. So I told you that we are all made from letters, right? So ATGC. So this is the on gene, right? Imagine that this chromatin protein is like the instruction script. So you can see here now, right? So I'll talk about more about that in the later slide. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that we are all made from letters, and which letters have or which gene has to be switched on or switched off depends on the folding, whether it's going to be folded like this or unfolded like this. So this decides which gene is on and off. Okay, so this is where the actual control lies. Which gene is going to be on or off? This is where the mesoscopic area around the nanometer scale. So this is where the control lies. People always think that DNA makes the cells or cells make the DNA, but actual control lies in the middle. So what is an off gene? Off gene is nothing but, can you see anything here? No. Same way the natural copy machine, which is the RNA polymerase, cannot see. But in the case of on gene, when there's going to be a opening up of this chromatin structure, it can make the RNA. DNA can make into RNA, and then in this way we can switch on the gene. So off gene and on gene. Off gene is nothing but you can't see, the same way the natural copy machine cannot see. In the case of on gene, everyone can see. So that's why we are looking so different. Okay, so we are all made from letters. All living things are made from letters. But the way and even all we are all made from the same genetic code, right? All three, all seven, the whole of the world population are made from ATGC. We are all made from same genetic code. Human genome is the same. But why all of us look same, look different? Also, why our we are all born from the embryos, right? But we look so different, and our organs look so different. All is because of the folding. Just like the same paper can be folded to make different structures, the same DNA can be folded in certain way to make either stem cells or heart cells. So that is the point. And using my technology, when I say stem cell, usually in case of stem cell, what happens is that the stem cell genes will be on, and then the brain genes and heart genes will be off. And we used our compound to switch on the heart gene. Okay, so we switched off the stem cell gene, and we were able to switch off the brain cell gene also, and just switched on the heart gene. So we were able to make a heart cells in our lab like this. We were also able to make the brain cells in our lab like this. So basically, what we did is that we just switched on that particular genes of interest. So how did we do that? We'll talk about that later. But I'll talk about one of the important work which we used, which we did using our pyrimidazole polymer technology. So you can see here a girl, a mother. So she's very happy seeing her child. So the child was born after so long time. So she was very, very happy, having the child. But what if she knows that this particular child is having a rare genetic disorder? This child may die soon. So it has a rare disease. You know about autism and other major rare disease, but this particular Lee syndrome is one of those rare diseases which can damage the mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It was ancient. It was a bacteria. It got internalized during the evolution inside our human cell. And this particular mitochondria is very, very important for the healthy state of our body, because that controls the energy production inside our body. But when that goes abnormal, it can cause the release of the free radicals or oxidative damage. And this mitochondria is present in the cells of many different organs of our body, like muscles, brain, digestive system, cardiac, and eyes, and everywhere. So very, very, whichever organ that is functioning, the mitochondria is always there. And it is associated with several diseases like, heart dysfunction, autism, Parkinson, Alzheimer, Huntington, lot of diseases. The mitochondria is very, very important. And our work is about, currently people have been working on mopping the floor. For example, people are working on controlling the proteins or scavenging the radicals. For example, what's happening in the mitochondrial research at this moment is something like this. People open the tap, okay, and imagine this is the tap is the DNA, and then this water is the coming out of the water coming out of this is the um, protein. So the proteins or the release the scavengers. So this is what is happening. So people are working on neutralizing the scavengers, okay, neutralizing the thing. But when the tap is going to be open like this, we cannot continue to mop the floor. We have to continue to mop the floor because the tap is open, so the water is going to flow. So our technology is about closing this tap, trusted in going inside the mitochondria and then stop the gene which can cause the damage. So that is our strategy. So it's a DNA based approach we started. So this came because of my daughter. So my daughter is also like me. She keeps asking questions to me about why not, and I gave her, she looked in YouTube one video. And I told that I'm working on genetic switches. So she asked why not. I always try to switch on the gene and switch off the gene inside the nucleus. So she asked me why not, try that in the mitochondria. So mitochondria is kind of a powerhouse of the cell, and but the problem is mitochondria is like a miniature fortresses. Although it's very very tiny, it's very very difficult for us to enter inside the mitochondria. But we played around the peptide. We saw that two major barriers are there. One is the lipophilic barrier. The other is the charge. So we played around our chemical. So it was like a mission impossible. But we made a chemical version of Tom Cruise, which can go inside and then access the DNA and switch off the gene of interest. And this got covered heavily in the media previously. This was the first ever mitochondrial gene switch, which can go inside the mitochondria, read the DNA sequence, and switch off the gene. Okay, so one of the collaborators, he said, this paper brought a big smile to my face because it's something I never thought of. But actually, it was not the thing I thought of. It was taught by my daughter. So what I want to say here is that we need to always keep our antenna open, even the general public, because it's very important for us. If you want to find a medicine or something like that. So about the epigenetics, I'll talk about epigenetics and wind up soon. So epigenetics is I'm not sure how many people of how many of you know about epigenetics. To cut the long story short, anything about the genetics is epigenetics basically. Okay, so you see two bees here. So you don't know which is. Can you say which is honey? Queen bee. So people always think that queen bee or worker bee or two different bees. But actually, in the bee world, when they were the babies in the form of larvae, they both were the same. They both were the same. But one became queen bee, the other became worker bee. So you can see the queen bee is so tall, healthy looking, and it also lives longer. But the worker bee, it's not so healthy, and it also lives for the short span of time. Why such difference? It's because there's a strange rule in the bee world that certain larvae are fed with the royal jelly. Okay, so this royal jelly contains a certain small molecule, a chemical basically. This molecule goes and then open up this chromatin structure. I told you about the scripts, right? So it will open up the chromatin structure. So it will open up the queen gene to be copied by the natural copy machine, which is the RNA polymerase. So in this way, the queen, just by the foot, it becomes the queen. So basically, what I mean to say here is that even when the larvae have the same genome, same set of genes, one, because of the nice food, epigenetics, the influence of the external environment, can make the such a big difference. So that is not only the case of bees. Even in the humans, there are several good drugs, which are the natural products. Even the hydroxychloroquine was basically a natural product. You know about that, right? So it was got from a tree, and so all these things can trigger some either inhibit some chemical, or in this case, I'm talking about the epigenetic drugs. There is a drug called SAHA, so a HTAC inhibitor. So that can actually activate the anti-disease gene. Okay, So like P53 is a gene which when overexpressed can it's like a gatekeeper of our body, so it can reverse the cancer. The problem is that such kind of epigenetic drugs can activate the anti-disease gene, but it can lead to the off-target. As I told, all drugs can have the side effect. It can have the side effect. So it can cause, it can activate the gene which is supposed to be activated, but it can also activate the gene that is not supposed to be activated. So can we make these synthetic keys to be more artificial intelligent? That is my research. So what I did is that I used this our strategy called pyrrolimirazole polyamide, which can target a DNA sequence, but it cannot open a sequence. So this particular synthetic key like SAHA, it can open the epigenetic um, um, local structure, but it cannot target. So I combine these two both. So I made a molecule, which it functions like a GPS. So it can go and it can target and then open. I'll show you a movie about that. So this is the actual molecule. So you can see the cells. So all we did is that you just treat the molecule. It goes inside the cell without any transcription agent because it's derived from the bacteria. So it can just go inside and then go into the chromosome. And then this particular targeting part, the pyrrolimirazole polyamide, can recognize the pre-programmed DNA sequence. And this particular part can stop the HTAC, an enzyme. So when this HTAC enzyme is stopped, what happens, the enzyme called histone acetyltransferase or HAT puts some chemical modification over this histone protein. And then this histone protein gets loosened up. As I told, it gets loosened up. When it gets loosened up, the natural copy machine just comes here and makes a copy out of that. So in this way, we can switch on a specific gene of interest in such a very complicated environment. So this is what we try to achieve. This is the concept. And we made different versions of our compounds called PIPs. So all compounds can go to different structures. So imagine this is to be the genome of our human cell, because we are all made from letters. Okay, so it is very difficult for the usual keys to precisely open particular genes. But our compound were able to activate the anti-cancer genes precisely. The other compound did not activate the anti-cancer gene, but activated the immune cell genes. The other compound were able to activate the retinal cell genes. So basically, in our skin cell, just in our skin cell, you won't imagine that skin cell also contain all the genes related to our human parts. Okay, so we were able to basically convert the skin cell into either the immune cells or the anti-cancer cells or the retinal cells. That's what we were able to achieve. I mean, activate the genes, not exactly convert one cell into another. So basically, this is our summary. We were able to find a particular gene and then activate this particular gene. By activating or switching on or switching off this particular gene, we were able to change the transcription program, gene program inside one cell to convert them from one state to another. So we can actually change a fate of a cell. For example, we can activate the our immune cells inside our body using this small molecule. In other words, we can make our small molecule in form of a vaccine, where we are not injecting the virus or the attenuated any virus or any other bacteria or something like that. Basically, we are trying to improve our immunity by activating the mitochondria in our T cells, or by activating the immune related genes which can have a proper control over the cells. So that's what we are trying to do. So we are having a startup company about that called Regugene. So we can regulate the genes as you want. And before I finish, I would like to say this thing. Coronavirus is just a beginning. So this is just a beginning. There are going to be so many other viruses which may come. So, not because of bio war or something like that. Say, for example, this was a news which appeared in January 2020. So ancient, coronavirus is why it became so deadly is that this is the first time we are meeting this particular virus. Okay, So that's why the man did not have immunity towards this virus. That's why it became fatal for most of the people. But there is going to be new viruses which is hidden in the glaciers, which will come sometime and meet us for the first time. Never before the human had contact with this particular viruses. If you watch this thing called Game of Thrones, they say winter is coming. The White Walkers, they say, right? So same way, there may be some good viruses, there may be some bad viruses, which we may have to face in our life in near future. Okay, so we have to be ready for that, and for that, we have to evolve ourselves. All the the students who are listening here. So please, the world needs more scientists than engineers at this moment. As you can see, that Earth, our Earth, after 3.8 billion years, it's a standing proof of how life sustains itself. Life will always find a way. Okay, so life will always find a way. Survival of the fittest is the point. So you can, this particular scene happened recently in Japan. Like usually this is the sakura, the cherry blossom. So usually these are not there around, but because of coronavirus, there were no human. So there were a lot of days were nature took over again. So we have to self-sustain ourselves. So we have to make sure that our growth is depending on the nature. It should not, it should coexist with the nature. It should not outlive, it should not destroy the nature. And so that is very important. So when you say cure, people are asking about the cure for coronavirus. Cure in Latin means care. Okay, so if we care about our environment, uh, you know and try to coexist with the nature, this kind of new viruses may not come. So we have to be very careful, because this particular glacier melting happened because of the global warming. And we have to be careful. That is one thing. The other thing is that we have to be more of you young minds should try to become scientists, because we need more of you people for our future, because more viruses. Yeah, that concludes my talk.
So thank you, sir, for that vivid lecture on different aspects of your research, as well as on coronavirus and the drug development for it. And I have a few questions here posted by the participants. I have consolidated it. I will ask one by one. First one is there any study undergoing in DNA repair gene mechanism in corona-infected persons?
DNA repair or something like that. So basically, genetic level, it's not, this particular coronavirus, as you know, is just triggering the cytokine storm. Basically, what happens is that in case of coronavirus, people have been wondering why this particular coronavirus is more infective than the others. Is that because it goes undetected? Because they say it as asymptomatic, right? So asymptomatic means usually people have either a fever or cough, but in most cases people will not the body mechanism will not realize unless and until there is a cytokine storm there. Okay, so when this kind of cytokine storm happens, it destroys our own cells, like just like autoimmune disorder, it destroys our own cells. So in that case, naturally there will be some changes in the mitochondria also, and there will be some DNA damage also. That still we don't know, because it's still in a very budding stage. But definitely there will be a damage in mitochondria, or damage in the our DNA, which we will know in the long run.
And what are the possibilities of homeopathy medicines as a preventive measure for coronavirus? We had around 2 drugs that have been recommended by the government to treat corona, but after that, it was not available, and there was no report. So, any your opinion on that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And I myself consume such traditional drug, okay, Kabasara neer or whatever it is. I myself consume, but as a person, I will consume that. But if you ask me as a scientist, is there any proof that that particular a traditional Chinese medicine or traditional Indian medicine. As you know, there was I don't want to mention the name, but there was one doctor who was claiming that, he'll be able to cure because based on the evidence in China. In China also, they use the traditional Chinese medicine. That is true, that they did use the traditional Chinese medicine, and that helps to make you feel better. So all this traditional Chinese medicine or Indian medicine, basically food is medicine, right? So I don't want to say more, but food is basically medicine. So not only the homeopathy or any Ayush, allopathy, what is that, Ayurveda, Siddha, whatever it is. So basically, if it is suiting your body, and if it makes you feel better, then naturally your body will be better. And particularly this particular to answer it precisely, if you take such medicine, or rasam, or take vitamin C or something like that, you will feel better. Okay, so when you feel better, your immune function will be much better. And so that is the point. There is no proof that it can function what is that naturally. There's no scientific proof that it will be.
Yes,
it will be
that is an interesting question. Being an originator of that's this coronavirus, how China managed to control corona, other than all these regular strategies being followed, what was their magic in controlling corona? Did they follow any specific therapeutic strategies to control?
So that's why you have to be one thing you have to know, that at the end of the day, this is a infectious disease. At the end of the day, வந்து ஒரு தொற்று நோய். ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் வந்து இடைவெளி விட்டாலே வந்து it will cure, right? So as I told, how I wanted to contribute. People have been asking me about the medicine for corona, but as you know, as a scientist, you also know that it's not going to be very easy to find a medicine or cure for corona. So how China controlled is that they quarantined heavily. They went for a lockdown for almost 70 days, and there was a discipline there, and they quarantined in a very, and also when they released also, they released in a very proper way. Like, for example, they did not quarantine everyone. At this moment, what's happening is that we are quarantining everyone at the moment, right? So that is not the right way to do, in my opinion. We have to quarantine in such a way that we have to, some people we have to quarantine, some people we are not supposed to quarantine. Like that, they slowly they released, and that's how they released. Otherwise, there's no. That's how they controlled. So it was all about testing, tracing, and treatment. So treatment was minimal. Most important thing was that they quarantined logically. பகுத்து ஆரஞ்சாங்க, யாரை வந்து குவாரண்டைன் பண்ணணும், யாரை குவாரண்டைன் பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிறத பகுத்து ஆரஞ்சு இது பண்ணாதான் வந்து that's a success.
And one more question. India and China have long history of herbs compared to Western countries. If herbs are proposed as a cure for corona, why do we still have higher infection or morbidity and mortality rate?
No, actually, if you in a way, if you think about that, it's a very good question. Again, if you think about that, I'm not talking about as a scientist. I'm talking as a common man. Is that one thing we notice is that in India and Japan, the death rate is relatively very, very less. Mortality rate compared to other countries, it's very less. Mainly because of the kind of food, common food that Japan and even China and South Korea, the Asian countries take. The kind of food Asian countries take, they take more of the herbs. Okay, so I'm talking about herbs as the medicine. It's very, very difficult to have herbs as a medicine. There's no, from my understanding, it's very, very difficult to use a herb or any magic pill from a herb or a plant or something like that, because basically the best medicine for a virus is to get infected, to be frank, or to have an antibody or to have an immunity to against the virus. Otherwise, we can't have a medicine and then it will cure. That's not going to be possible.
And what is the different kind of vaccine trials for corona that is right now being followed? And
Yeah,
what is
probably.
the specific viral part that is being selected for developing the viral vaccine? Is it a nucleic acid or the protein? Or if protein, what sort of protein?
Yep. So there's different, as I also told in my presentation, a lot of different kind of vaccines are going on at this moment. Nucleic acid based vaccine, viral vector vaccines, and so the Moderna, one of the company, the two major company, vaccines. One is Oxford vaccine, which I already told about that. The other vaccine is about Moderna. So Moderna is a vaccine where they make the nucleic acid. They don't. They take the fragment of that. Coronavirus, the previous vaccine, and then they try to inject that into the patients, and then try to trigger the immune response. Again, the best cure for the virus is either to have a natural immunity or to trigger the immune response, right? So that they're trying to do, and that is also very, very promising. Moderna vaccine is also very, very promising. The world needs more, not just one vaccine, more vaccines we need. Hello. Hello. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
1 second.
Yeah.
I'm back. And one more question. What is the primary function of pyrrole and imidazole with respect to viral infection?
Okay. So actually this pyrrole and imidazole are the two heterocycle compounds that bacteria uses to speak, to interact with DNA. Okay. To cut the long story short, basically it was derived from an antibiotic. And so we hacked that language of the bacteria, just like CRISPR-Cas9 is the immune system of a bacteria outside. So this particular pyrrole and imidazole are the two chemical compound that is located, in the gut microbes, the body itself. Our body contain, we are all made from letters, as I told. Also, I should say that 10% of our 8% of our body is made up of virus genome. Like that, 10% of our body are made up of bacteria. So we also have bacteria in our body. You know about that, right? In saliva or inside our bacteria, particularly in the gut, we have the bacteria. So these two particular compounds are the microbes, the gut microbe derived these two, pyrrole and imidazole. They also have a kind of reactivity towards the virus that we are working on at this moment. So they can actually trigger the immune response towards the virus. So they don't do it by themselves. They go and activate our immune cells. That immune cells can actually attack the virus.
And what is your opinion on Covaxin, the recently released vaccine by the Indian company?
I'm not sure about that, and I hope it's very ambitious. Of course, we have to be ambitious, but we also have to be realistic. So from my understanding, I don't think August 15 deadline is realistic. But I have to say that it's going to be high chance, high reward. If this happens, it's going to make a history. And to be frank, India or China are the only two countries which can make such a large scale of studies possible. Because here, in countries like USA or Japan, although we say that it's a developed country, to have such a large scale of testing, a lot of problem may happen. But compared to that, India, such large scale of testing can happen. And I'm not sure. I seriously, I don't know. Because but it's I don't think that August 15 deadline is possible, and unless and until I see the phase 1 result, I don't think there's no from my understanding, I mean, right, and there's no phase 1 result also came out so far. So unless and until see the phase 1 result, I can't comment on that. It's ambitious, but I'm not sure. I hope it happens.
We'll take this as a last question. So we have different strains of coronavirus as of now. Do you think that really the vaccine development would be really effective on all these strains at first, or do we have to make it up to other viruses as well while developing vaccines?
No, so that's why I actually told this in my presentation also. So mutation. So people always thought, mutated virus, something like that. So it did not mutate to a level that a completely different strain happened. Okay, so it's like I am here. I may have a mustache or something like that. So very very minute. As I told, out of 30,000 letters. So as I said, all living things are made up of letters. Coronavirus is made up of 30,000 letters in the form of RNA. So in that only 10 letters or so got mutated, and that mutation did not affect the property of antigenicity or something like that. Slight changes in transmissibility happened, so which means that some strains became more, not exactly strains, some we call it as strains because it's we have to say like that, but it's not completely different strain. But such very changed mutated COVID-19 may have more transmissibility, but it's not having different antigenicity. So vaccine will work at this moment. In fact, it's much better than the influenza virus. Influenza virus is also an RNA virus. For example, smallpox is a DNA virus. For that, once you have a vaccine, you don't need to administer again. In the case of influenza, yearly you have to take a boost. But compared to that, if you for the COVID-19, I think it's going to be like at least 3 years. You don't need. So we need to know. We still don't know. It's a very new vaccine, a very new virus. Only in February, everyone started getting infected. So we still don't know how long the antibody is going to sustain. There is a recent report which said that antibody is going down, but vaccine will not. One vaccine is going to be enough. Don't worry about that. It's not going to affect the vaccine development.
Another peculiar question. Symptoms of certain bacterial infection acts as similar to that of COVID-19 infection. And
Yeah.
recently, patient went to hospital and they got a scan or report something. Doctor took a blood test and he was declared as dead, death due to a blood clot. And later, the person was diagnosed with coronavirus infection. So, how can we discriminate the identification, whether it is discriminate the cause of the death, whether it is due to bacterial or viral infection or both? In such cases,
Yeah.
during this is quite confusing during pandemic situation, right? Especially when
Yeah.
deciding the information.
You're right. So I got this question also before, in a different panel. So the point is, again, I have to say this: what is, let this be kind of a summary also for my talk. So basically, what is happening? Coronavirus. So as I said, we are all also made from viruses and bacteria inside our body. There are genetic aspects of virus inside our body. Why this coronavirus is, dangerous to us is that for the first time we are meeting. Okay, so this is a coronavirus ball which I have now. Okay, so for the first time we are meeting. So what's happening is that this particular coronavirus enters inside our body, and it opens up. You know how it infects, right? It's like this, and then it opens up, and then it releases the RNA inside our body. Okay, so what happens is that all these stages, what exactly is happening is that um, the severity happens, like people are asymptomatic. For example, 2 weeks nothing happens to them. Okay, because the viruses, it's kinds of hacks our body. In the case of bacteria, you will have the symptoms. In other viruses, you will have the symptoms, but coronavirus, it's not triggering any symptoms because it's integrating into our body, and then our immune system cannot recognize whether it's going to be it's a virus infected cell or not in virus infected cell. And suddenly, when the virus gets multiplied, suddenly the immune system identify that. Okay, so it becomes it has a panic. So when it is panicked, it releases the cytokines. So our immune system itself releases the cytokines and then destroying our own cells. Okay, so it can happen in different parts of our body, so depending on our genetic makeup. So some people, for example, although we are all made from letters, all of us will have some defect, manufacturing defect. Okay, some people will have a weaker heart, some people will have a weaker lungs, Some people will have, a weaker pancreas. Some people will have different aspects. Okay, and mainly heart is one of the organ which may have a problem, mainly because of the mitochondria. Heart is made up of 70% of the mitochondria. Okay, heart cells, because it's beating cells, right? So mitochondria is very abundant in. For example, if its cells are 100%, 70% of the cells are made up of mitochondria. So the point is, this particular things happen. These are all manifestations, right? People are looking at the result, but if you go into the genome level, if you go inside, deep inside, what exactly is happening is that coronavirus is integrating into our body, and then it's not showing up, and suddenly it's showing up. At that time, our immune cells are attacking. When this attack happens, it's the same as that of bacteria, whether it's going to be a bacteria or whatever the outside infection, whatever happens, the response is going to be the same. Okay, whether it's going to be a bacteria or it's going to be a virus, immune cell response is going to be the same. That's what is happening. So that's why this kind of blood clot confusion happened. Okay, so it's not because it doesn't mean that coronavirus is not a virus infection, but it's a bacteria infection. That is not true. So basically, we have to have a controlled immune response. So please don't take any stress. Be happy. Vaccine is going to come soon. Please, please, think about how China overcame the coronavirus. It's not because of vaccine or because of medicine. It's because of the preventive measures. So take preventive measures, then you will be okay. And try not to take virus. Try to avoid meeting the virus as much as possible. Then when vaccine is going to come, everything is going to be. And I'll tell you how it's going to end also. Okay, which is my own theory. When the vaccine is going to come, the coronavirus will not be there. Okay, it is going to disappear. It is going to disappear. Trust me. The virus is, it's already in the prime level. So it's going to only go weak and weak and weak. So when this virus is when the vaccine is going to come, the virus is going to disappear. Not immediately. It is going to disappear in next February or March. It's going to disappear. Okay, it happened with SARS. It happened with MERS. That's why people did not discover any medicine for MERS and SARS. Okay, so it is going to disappear now. Almost many people are getting infected. It is going to disappear. I'm not worried about this particular virus. I'm worried about the future viruses. Already, China is cooking so many new viruses, hantavirus and so many new viruses. The plague and everything is going to happen. Can come. So for that, we have to be very careful from now. We have to be mindful of us and our environment. At least in India, we are capable of doing that.
Yeah, certainly, because I can see most of the participants are very enthusiastic about the cure, vaccines, efficacy, and also peculiarly they are noting about the reinfection phases, how a person can get reinfected.
So far, no reinfections happen. So at this moment, until now, a person who got infected did not get reinfected. That is a good news. But we still don't know. We have to wait for 3 more months to know. At least 1 year we need to know, right? So, but again, the other thing is antibodies. A person who got infected develop antibodies, but that antibody is not sustaining for long, which means that there is a chance of reinfection. But so far, it did not happen. So we hope it doesn't happen.
That's it for the questions. Participants, if you have any other questions, I will share the email ID of today's guest speaker. You can ask him through mail and get clarifications. Now it's time for concluding the session. I formally thank Dr. Namashivayam for being here with us to deliver the lecture today. Thank you, sir, for that clear presentation. I must say that your presentation is quite pictorial and clear and catchy, and so that even a layman can understand your molecular perspective, all your researchers in molecular perspective. So thank you for once again for being here with us today. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you very
participants.
much. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you, participants, for listening through. I think I hope I didn't keep you away from your lunch. And you can connect me through Facebook. I'm very active in Facebook. You can type my name, Amashwan Ganesh Pandian. You can also connect me through Facebook or through email. And yeah, again, I'm saying that please look into the nature and try to be more, try to become scientists. People need more scientists than engineers, and we need to be ready for our future and take preventive measures and don't take it lightly. But we will overcome this. So please stay safe, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And participants, I'm posting the feedback link on the chat box. You can submit your feedback. This platform will be open for another 10 minutes. Meanwhile, you can submit your feedbacks and then you can wind up. We'll also share the Facebook page of Dr. Namashivayam for you to connect. And we hope, I would like to thank the presenter and also like to thank the Ratnam AAC team for providing the Zoom platform. And special thanks to Dr. Gabriel Prabhu sir for hosting this event from the back end and also for broadcasting this session live on YouTube. We hope that this session would have helped you in gaining a small knowledge on the coronavirus control and therapeutic development. And surely you can keep in touch with Dr. Namashivayam for further prospects and gain knowledge on the gain updates and knowledge on the trust area. Thank you all for participating in today's event. We will meet once again in another fantastic special lecture, which we will be scheduling in the future. Kindly submit the feedback form and join the Telegram group, which is prompted on the form, so that you can get informations of the future events as well.